What's up, guys? Rogue Bludger here with Unashamed Gaming, bringing you another Black Ops 3 gameplay today. This one is going to be actually a game of Arena, one that we ended up having to play 3v4, and I look for these opportunities to play 3v4, excuse me, just to have something to upload to you guys, because anytime you can win a game of Arena 3v4, I feel like that is a pretty impressive feat. I mean, it's not the easiest thing to win a 3v4 hardpoint in Arena, or 3v4 anything in Arena, really. I'd say Search and Destroy or Hardpoint are the two most likely ones where you're going to do it. If you're down 3v4 in, like, I don't know, Uplink or CTF, it's going to be hard to do. It's pretty hard to do in Hardpoint, but if you're in Search, it's definitely doable. Just because Search and Destroy is kind of a little bit different than Hardpoint is. But obviously it's doable in Hardpoint. I even uploaded a video, I remember a few months ago, of a CTF 3v4 or 2v4 or something ridiculous. So it's doable, but you just got to turn up, and that's what I did in this video. So I figured I'd upload it for you guys to see, show the proof, as it were, of our 3v4 victory. And of course it is 4v4 right now. I don't know at what point the fourth player drops out, so be watching for that. I know when I found out that it was 3v4, it was probably halfway through the game or so, and it was pretty close. I think it was about tied when they left, so it wasn't a 100% 3v4, but a lot of the game was. But yeah, you'll see this position I'm in now. This is kind of a power position for the first 2 to 3 hardpoints, really. 2 hardpoints at least, especially. Because if you have control of that top, you can do what I just did now and take control of the bottom hardpoint if you lose it. And you can watch the middle courtyard area here for your teammates with an AR position up top. A very valuable position to be in if you're an AR player, which I tend to be. I like playing both in this game. Actually, I probably like playing sub a little bit more in this game, but I can play AR fairly well. So that's something I do. I actually get a lot of hill time in this gameplay with an M16, what's it called, M8. I think I do anyway. I remember specifically, at least the last hill, I have a lot of hill time. But you can see some moments like that. A nice 3-piece there, where I was able to just kind of go hard and get the kills. As you see, the M8 was protected in this game. I think we had I think I put ELO, long barrel, and quick draw on it. Quick draw, I mean, long barrel is definitely useful for the M8, because a lot of those times you have a long shot with the M8, you tag them with part of the burst, and it feels like it takes like 4 or 5 bursts to actually kill the person. With long barrel, that limits that a little bit. I'm not going to say it makes all the difference in the world, but it doesn't hurt for sure, and it definitely helps. So if double tap or high cal or both of those are banned, then long barrel might be a good option for you to put on your M8 if you're playing competitively. Recently, I've been getting into using double tap a lot. I keep saying rapid fire. It's called rapid fire, but I grew up, so to speak, in Call of Duty on Call of Duty 4, so it was double tap back then. So forgive me if anyone's watching this who never played COD 4 before their time or whatever. Then you probably don't remember that, but I definitely do. Double tap was where it was at back then. I didn't use it, but that's what it was called. But now, of course, rapid fire is what it's called. So I've recently put that on my Man of War and my M8. I think on the M8 it's useful to put, if you can put rapid fire, quick draw, if you prefer sight, put a sight, and high cal. That gun will melt pretty good, because the gun doesn't kick that much, in my opinion, and with high cal on, even if it does, you're going to get headshots a lot. And rapid fire just gives you that benefit of being able to outgun fully automatic guns, and helps you a little bit better at close range too. Now, a gun that is better for close range, I would say, is the Man of War. With rapid fire, it's a very good gun. I think it's a good gun without rapid fire. I do think it needs grip when you have rapid fire on. Without it, it's kind of bouncy. So I either use grip and rapid fire, or high cal and or high cal and no grip and quick draw instead. So That's up to you guys, I guess, what you want to do there. I think we're 3v4. No, we're still 4v4 at this point. I believe it's either on this hill or the next hill where our teammate drops out. I'm not really sure. But I haven't really been talking about the gameplay because I trust your guys' ability to watch the video and see what I'm doing, see how I'm playing the game. If anything, interesting happens, I might comment on it. But for the most part, I trust your guys' ability. There, our teammate just timed out, so we're ahead by about 10 points when our teammate times out. And from here on out, it's 3v4, so I got to step it up. Right now, I'm doing pretty good, I think. 22 kills, and I don't know how many deaths I saw, but maybe 18 or something like that. Let me talk about the Tempest, though. I love using Tempest. It's my favorite specialist weapon to use, for sure. And it's pretty good for hardpoint, because if you can kill somebody in the hill, of course, Tempest bolts jump from person to person, depending on how close they are when you kill them. So if you can kill somebody in the hill with it, it might clear out the rest of the hill for you if it's a small enough hill, which is very useful for sure. So something to keep in mind if you're like an AR player and you want to use a weapon. Maybe the Tempest is good. Scythe is always good. The flamethrower is not bad. Here, that was just a complete spawn destruction there with the M8. What was I saying? The flamethrower is not bad, but if you're an AR player, you're probably not going to be pushing the hill a whole lot. So maybe Scythe or Tempest would be better for that. And I like Tempest because I think you get 9 or 8 shots with it, so it's pretty substantial, giving you what you need. Also, I'm kind of just thinking of everything I can talk about as it relates to arena gameplays, because I don't have a lot of those very often. Actually, I have another one I am going to upload soon, but I started using flashes. Lately I've been feeling like concussions aren't doing it for me. I feel like I hit people with concussion grenades and they're still able to find me and kill me rather easily. So the difference between those is flash or concussions, they do flash you a little bit, but it doesn't last very long at all, and it disorients you a lot. So it's hard to move your gun. You move slower. It's hard to aim. But with flashes, you completely blind the person, but it doesn't really disorient them as much. They can still move normal speed. But most of the time, if they're completely blind, it's going to be hard for them to kill you. So that's what I tend to use is flashes now in hardpoint. Now in concussions, where it slows you down, I still use that in uplink and CTF, and I also use it in search, just because when you're chasing somebody in search, maybe, or if you stun them, you want them to be slowed down. I think it's a little more viable in search. But in hardpoint, I've started to use flashbangs, and I think it's working out more in my favor than it was before. I don't remember when I noticed it was 3v4, but I felt like it was on that other hill, but I guess it wasn't. You'll see something else I'm doing in this is destroying all the trophies I can. The other team was trying to use trophies, and the biggest thing about destroying those is you get 50 points per time you destroy it. So it's going to help you towards your streaks. It's going to help you towards your specialist. And if you have a chance, I mean, don't sacrifice a gunfight in order to do it. But if you have a chance to destroy trophies on the map, then it will definitely help you to do so. Or something a lot of people don't notice or neglect to do. If they win a round of search and they have to defuse the bomb, for example, and the other team had trophies on it, destroy the trophies before you defuse the bomb, because you're not going to get shot unless you don't have time. But those are free points, and you got to be able to take advantage of everything that you can, especially in an arena or competitive game type. So just a little bit of advice there on that. You see, it's a pretty close game. We're actually losing at this point, which is expected in a 4v3. I don't remember. I think this hill's pretty good with the Tempest too. I've had a lot of clutch plays with the Tempest. I got anti-Tempest or counter-Tempest there, but the Tempest came in handy a lot for me in this game, or at least 2 hills that I can think of for sure where it really came through and enabled us to have a good setup. And this hill, I want to talk about this hill for sure. This hill, the key is rotation. You have to rotate early on this hill because you can lock this hill down. They're generally not going to be coming from both directions unless they take the time to push from both directions, which is what I would recommend if you are trying to break the hard point. Take the extra 10-15 seconds, push from both sides, because if you're all pushing from one side, and they can have everybody on their team watching that side, there's no way you're going to break it. You get an AR like I am right now set up in the back. Even if I die, you have people to take over the hill. Ideally, obviously we didn't because our teammate was watching the wrong direction and he didn't win any gunfights. But in a 4v4 situation, you'll have people to back you up there. So the way to break this hill, I think, is either to push from the side we're pushing now all at the same time, or split and go maybe 2 and 2 or whatever to break the hill. You'll see my teammate Josh got like a 4-piece there, and I shot him in the back of the head. We were frantic at this point because, of course, the game's winding down, and we're still down 30 points. And when it's frantic, you got to make sure to pay attention to your rotations, because we didn't right there. Luckily, our teammate, I think it was either our teammate or Josh, was in the hill, ready on the rotation, and we were able to get the capture points, but of course we lose it right here. So we're in a 3v4 situation. We're down. They need 17 more points to win the game, and they've got hill control. So it was looking pretty bad for us at this point. Luckily, just some clutch plays here at the end really came through. You'll see how it all unfolds right here. This AR, if you have an AR like I do with an M8 here, you've got to use these power positions like this. And that was not a very successful example, of course, because I talked about it. But when you can, you've got to use those power positions. One thing I think helped us win this game was they were too concentrated on not rotating. They thought they could lock up the end of this hill and win, but obviously they did not do that successfully. So it helped us because we were able to get spawns right here, whether it was accidental or not, and rotate to this position. And this is where I end the game, in this spot right here. I locked down this hill with an AR, which is unconventional for sure, but I was able to do it with an assault rifle, which I felt was pretty good. And this Tempest, man, this Tempest came through. And you'll see right here what I'm talking about, where the electricity kind of helps you guard a doorway. It'll jump around. I don't know if it actually killed anybody there, but for sure it helps. And it really just worked out. And we got lucky in a way, but also it was just some clutch plays by our teammates. This Sentry right here, I had a little pre-registration, or pre-celebration, I should say. Ended up getting 60 kills, went 60 and 32 in a 3v4 with 20 defense. So that's about as step up as you can ask for. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you learned something. As always, if you liked it, be sure to leave a like. Let us know what you thought, all that good stuff. We'll see you guys later, and God bless.
With these upgrades, you never stood a chance.